Hey friends! So today's video is going to be hopefully a quick one, hopefully nothing too long or arduous or annoying. But I've been getting a lot of people asking about how I style my hair, and it's been like a constant thing that I've had people ask me about over the last couple of years, and I don't know if I ever actually made like an official video where I just like showed how I style my hair, and so I figured I would do that today because I need to take my braids out and style my hair. My shampoo kind of switches between the AG Hair Naturals sulfate-free cider vinegar, the vinegar shampoo, and I use that most times. Most times I wash my hair, and then every so often I will wash it with the Jersey Bounce shampoo from Lush, and then right now I'm using the Candy Rain conditioner from Lush. Loving it so much, highly recommend. And I wash my hair like once a week, usually every 5 to 7 days, depending on how sweaty I am or how gross I feel, or how much product I have in my hair. So that's kind of generally how often I wash my hair. I don't touch it very much. Sometimes I'll go a day without brushing it. If it doesn't get knotted, I don't touch it. And so that's kind of the products I use on it. And once I get out of the shower, I've talked about these products in other videos before. I use the R&B hair moisturizer from Lush. This is one of my favorite Lush products ever of all time. And if they ever discontinue it, I will riot at the factory in Vancouver. And this is a hair moisturizer, kind of a leave-in conditioner. You don't need very much of it. It's got a lot of butters in here. It has a strong scent, so if you do have an adverse reaction to smells, definitely like smell it and see if you like it. It does kind of like perfume your hair lightly throughout the day. So again, smell it and see if you like it. If you don't, Lush has some other things that you can kind of test out, or whichever leave-in conditioner you like. This thing I feel like is the reason why I don't have as many split ends as I could because it's very good and very moisturizing and very nourishing. Avocado oil, olive oil, oat milk, avocado butter actually, jojoba, and coconut oil. Coconut oil is very good for the ends of your hair. Coconut oil probably shouldn't be used on your face much, but ends of the hair, wonderful. But R&B, favorite hair product probably of all time. And then as far as a blow dry spray, this is my heat protectant spray. Both of these products work like a heat protectant. This one is just more specifically formulated for that. This is the Kenra Platinum blow dry spray. It's a thermal heat protectant, but it makes my hair dry faster as well. This I actually got recommended by my hairstylist, Brooke, and I've used it ever since, and I really, really enjoy it. It smells good too.
Oh.
You know how sometimes when you go to the hair salon and the products they use just smell so lovely and nice and unlike anything you would find at the drugstore? That's what this smells like. So it's not cheap, but because I only wash my hair once a week, I splurge on hair products because they do last me a really, 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 really long time because I don't use them up very quickly. So this I spray on damp hair. I'll kind of like towel dry it. Sometimes I'll tie it up in like a t-shirt, like an old t-shirt, because it doesn't have the microfibers the same way that a towel does, so it keeps the frizz at bay. But I'll spray this in my hair and then put it into braids. Most of the time I do wash my hair at night, but yesterday I actually washed it during the day and then I just left it in overnight to see how much curl I could get. So my glasses are also very schmutzy. I'll do some form of a French braid or a Dutch braid, whichever direction I'm feeling that day, but let's take it out. The flat iron I use to style my hair is the, what are you? I think it's a GHD. Yeah, it's a GHD 1-inch flat iron that has like rounded edges because I don't like using curling irons, and this works. I take my braids out. And usually because my hair was brushed before putting the braids in, I don't need to brush it before I take a flat iron to it. I feel like probably the key to me keeping my hair as shiny as I possibly can is that I rarely brush it. Like I'll style it once. Sometimes I'll end up touching it up later in the week depending on what I'm doing. If I'm filming or anything, I'll touch up my curls, but I curl my hair once and then it has waves the rest of the week. And it makes it so much easier and faster, and I don't have to do much with my hair. It's just so easy. Now that my hair is out of braids, they are quite curly and kinky. Let me grab a mirror. So now this is when I take my flat iron to my hair. And I might actually be looking at my camera part of the time, just looking at the viewfinder. And so usually I'll take just like little pieces of it at the front. I'll start with smaller pieces at the front of the hair, and then the further I move back, it'll get bigger chunks. But I literally don't grab anything like particular. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I just grab chunks of hair, slowly pull it down, and then I have a nice little wave. Sometimes I'll get some weird kinks in it, like up here, which I will then smooth it out. And there we go. And what I like doing, why I do it with braids, is that I get kind of like different curls, different textures throughout the hair. So it's not like everything is this one curl pattern, you know? There's more body to it, and I don't have to curl literally every piece. And it makes it just easier and faster. When I put my hair in braids, it keeps my hair laying more flat, and it helps with frizz. And that way it stays shinier throughout the week. Because when I let it air dry, it gets frizzier, it doesn't stay as shiny, and it just takes longer for me to do. I'll take pieces from underneath, do some like little curls down here. And because I don't want it to be like super curly Q type curls, I just want more like waves. I won't do any sort of like setting or anything. I don't use any sort of hairspray. It's more just for giving my hair some texture. Grab little chunks from underneath here. Another reason why I do braids is that it makes it a lot easier for the back of my hair to somewhat match the rest of my hair, because it already has a wave in it, and I don't have to like have it be as perfect, you know? Because curling the back of your head is always the hardest part, you know? It's always the most complicated. Smaller pieces on the top, usually I'll like pull upwards to give some more body so they're not like falling downwards. So like this piece, I'm pulling up, and then I'll let it fall, and it has a bit more body right at the root. Like I said, there's no rhyme or reason to the order and like where I'm grabbing pieces. Sometimes I'll have some and I'll curl it backwards. So like I'll curl it like this, or I'll curl it forwards. So I'll just like change the direction that I turn the flat iron, just to give some like, just a little bit of difference. Because I don't like my curls to look perfect. I like them to look kind of messy. As you guys have probably seen, my hair is always a little bit imperfect, which I prefer. So that is one side pretty much done. I might like grab some other little chunks down here and just curl the ends, but this is pretty much what I do with my hair. Now, those back pieces are not doing much. Sometimes I have to go over a piece a couple of times, but like I said, I don't touch my hair very often, so I don't necessarily like feel bad about like going over my hair twice with a flat iron, because I don't touch it that much at all. And sometimes when I'm done with like the second side, I'll go back and just like touch up a couple of pieces from the first side, depending on how much it might have like fallen or anything or what I'm doing. But you do have to make sure that your hair is fully dry before you start like taking a flat iron to it, because then it could like, it starts to sizzle in a way that's not comforting. So if you do decide to do this after braiding your hair at night, make sure, if your hair is like mine and very, very thick, and you plan, if you like shower at night, put it in braids, and then do this in the morning, maybe let your hair dry a little bit more before putting it in braids, because usually in the morning it won't be like fully dry. My hair is very thick and it takes a very long time to dry it. Just keep that in mind. If you do want to do this in the morning after you put braids in your hair at night, do not put your braids in fully wet, because then your hair probably won't be dry in the morning. If you have more like fine hair or thin hair, usually it'll dry a lot faster, so you shouldn't have to worry about it. But I have very thick, very like for straight-ish hair, for wavy hair, my hair is very thick and very coarse, and I have a lot of it. It takes hours to dry when it's left to its own devices. It dries faster now because I don't use silicones in it, but back when I was not taking care of my hair as much, it would take so fucking long to dry. It would take like a whole day to be like fully dried. Like if I washed my hair in the morning, it would be wet for an obscene amount of time. And like I said, there's really no rhyme or reason in like the size of the pieces that I grab. Some pieces end up being smaller, some end up being bigger. Just kind of go with what you feel, really. Like, I always like when people compliment my hair, but sometimes when people are like, oh, what do you do to your hair? I'm like, literally, there's like not a specific thing that I do, but I figured I can just show you there's really not one specific thing. I just kind of fuck with it. Just kind of fuck with it once a week, and then it just kind of sits there. But everybody's hair is different, so everybody's hair is going to take different steps to get it to a point where you like how it looks. Like, this technique might not work for people with finer, thinner hair that don't hold a curl that much. My hair has some damage to it because it has been bleached, obviously, and so it holds a curl a little bit better than if it was like virgin hair, because virgin hair is a lot more resilient, so it doesn't hold a curl, I feel like, as well sometimes as like slightly damaged hair. Very damaged hair sometimes won't hold a curl at all because it's so damaged, but my hair, I don't think it's at like a level of damage where it's like concerning, you know? I'm probably gonna go get my hair done at the end of the month just because I want to redo my roots, but most of the time I get my hair bleached like once a year, and usually she's not going on top of the other bleached bits of my hair. She's putting bleach on hair that has grown out and is virgin hair. Some little chunks in here. It takes me a while to do this, for sure. It takes me a while because I have so much damn hair, but this piece just does not want to hold its curl. Spot. So this is pretty much how I do my hair every week. There's nothing scientific or revolutionary about it. I just kind of fuck around with it with a flat iron and my hair products and my fingers, and I just kind of fluff it. And depending on how damaged your hair is, probably go like a lower temperature. I've turned the flat iron up to as high as it can go, so I don't have to leave it in my hair as long. So yeah, that is how I do my hair every time I do my hair. I hope this maybe answered some questions that people had. I love when people compliment my hair. Thank you so much for the kind words about my hair, about how it like looks good all the time. I don't try very hard, but this is what I do. This is how I make my hair look every week. It's pretty much the same thing. Sometimes the braids are a little bit bigger, so the pieces are a little bit chunkier. It's not nearly as like fine of a braid, but some days I'll let it air dry and then I'll just do the same process, but it's the same process afterwards. It's the same products. I use the same flat iron, and my hair pretty much always looks like this. So
missed a piece.
while I fix this one last piece that I missed down here, today's song of the day is How We Operate by Today's song of the day is How We Operate by Gomez, and it's a very old song. It was in Grey's Anatomy. I made an entire playlist of music that like went back to my childhood, and it included a lot of music from like 2007 to 2009, which included a lot of music from Grey's Anatomy because that's pretty much like where I got all my music from back in the day. So yeah, today's song of the day is How We Operate by Gomez. I'll leave a link to it in the description below, as well as the products that I use on my hair. The same stuff all the time. Probably the thing I change up the most with my hair is my conditioner, but my shampoo, I found one that I liked. I haven't messed with it in a while, and then like as far as the products, the styling products, they're the same. They've been the same for years. I don't fuck with them. Sometimes I'll add like a hair mask here and there, but as far as like styling, it's the same stuff I've been using for years. So I can attest to their quality. They are very, very good. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like it and you want to see more of me, please hit the subscribe button. That would be fantastic. Hit the notification bell and you get updated every time I upload a new video. And thanks to my patrons for being supportive continuously. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. Let me know if you want to see more. Well, no, actually, I don't really have anything else I could make hair videos about because this is my hair. This is what I do with it. I don't do much else with it. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!